School drumline under the direction of Mr. Jamie Beckman and Mr. Matt Miller. Up next will be our choir under the direction of Mr. Warner and Ms. Michaels.
Jingle, 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 jingle all the way. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Ding, 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 dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing the sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingling-ling, jingling-ling, now the ground is white. Go in my yard, take the girls tonight and sing this sleighing song. Just get a bobtail bay, 244 to speed, then hitch 'em to an open sleigh. Crack, you'll take the lead. Come with us and hear those jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open, jingling, 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 open sleigh. Hey!
Our Muskego High School Chamber Choir. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Did you steal the clicker? If not, it's okay. We'll find it. Here it is. It'd be a great prank. I like that. Good luck finding it when it's your turn. Welcome. Just wanted to do a quick check to make sure you guys are in the right place. You are looking for the Muskego High School, one of the absolute best high schools in this amazing country, correct? Is that what you're looking for? Okay, just wanted to make sure. Now again, people often tell me I have to say that because it's my job, which I don't know if it's true or not, but I genuinely believe that. And even more importantly, not only is it just me that believes that, it's organizations such as U.S. News and World Report, organizations such as College Board, who recognize our school for the amazing things that our students do here, year in and year out. It's organizations such as the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, who actively goes out and seeks out the top workplaces in southeastern Wisconsin to identify what are the best places to work. But even more importantly than being recognized as a top workplace is our district. The teachers that will stand in front of your sons and your daughters next year were identified as a group of employees who believes that their work is the most meaningful work. Again, I know I'm a little bit biased, but I will tell you what I want is for you to know that your teachers care, that our building cares, that we are excited about this opportunity to partner together with you on this amazing journey that stands before you. There's going to be lots of things that you're going to hear about this amazing journey. You're going to wonder what lies behind this beautiful banner. You're going to see the sunset off in the distance known as graduation, and you're going to wonder what the heck does it take to get there. Unfortunately, you're going to hear some great information, but you're also going to hear some information that might not be the best information that you could hear. Like from your amazing little son or daughter who might be sitting here tonight telling you, it's high school, Mom, it's high school, Dad, I gotta be independent. No disrespect to you young adults, but they don't know what they're talking about yet. Please do not let them go just yet. That pressure you feel publicly and in society to say high school is about becoming independent, I agree with that, but that time is a journey. It happens throughout the 4 years. And more than anything, we need to understand that this entire 4-year journey is about forming a partnership. That we, together with you, partner to do everything we can to ensure that every single student who's here tonight and the students that will join us next year are on the track they need to lead them to the success that we all know they're capable of. It's a great journey, it's an amazing journey, but it's one that, again, we have to take together. Because sometimes in this journey, we're going to face adversity. We're going to see things that we think are the right thing, or this amazing thing that we want to go to, something like a Warriors 101 transition program, but you're going to hear someone say, don't go there. Call us and ask, what is this transition program about? And we'll tell you. It's awesome. We've trained our upperclassmen, our upper class superstars who understand what it means to be a warrior, and we'll partner them with your incoming freshmen who lead them through the day filled with activities to become more confident in what does it mean to be a warrior. It's opportunities for us to partner on events just like tonight. You're off to a great start. You've made a decision on this wonderful January night to go into this beautiful weather to walk across our very well-groomed parking lots safely, thank you, and come here to hear about what does it mean to be a warrior, to partner with us. We're on the right track, keep it up. Next week, Wednesday, you'll have another opportunity to come in to hear from each and every one of our teachers about the things that make our classes great, to hear about the differences between the course options that you have. These are all opportunities for us to partner. And when next fall begins, it'll be a really important opportunity for you to once again connect right at the beginning of the school year to meet each and every one of your child's teachers to find out what does it take to be successful in their class. How do we communicate? How do I get help if my son or daughter is struggling? What are the course expectations? And most importantly, how do we continue this partnership to make sure that we're on the right path for each and every student here to achieve their goals and aspirations? That's the goal of our partnership. Again, this partnership is important because the opportunities that exist in the halls that you've just walked, there are a lot of them. Some people come in confused like, oh my goodness, I thought I was going to be lost forever. I'm telling you, the building is a circle, just keep walking, we'll find you. We'll send for help. But the more we can partner, the more you'll feel like you're not lost, that you're on that right track. The track to achieving those things that we all believe your son and your daughter is potentially capable of achieving. But again, when they're sitting here, they may not know exactly what they can do. And sometimes they'll come home and they'll say, this class is too hard. But before we rush to decisions, before we feel like we need to rescue because we see them hurting, let's make sure we continue that communication to say, okay, is struggling truly bad? If we want our kids to be great, isn't now the time to help them face adversity, to face challenge, when we know we're committed to work together, to help them push past what they think their limitations and expectations are? Because once they walk across this stage in 2.5 years from now, the world does change. And it is a little bit harder and a little bit more frightening. But I can promise you that we're here to partner and that our staff cares. And we want you to do it, and we're here to work with you. So what does this path look like? I'm going to throw some things out there because we don't want to keep it a secret. We pay attention. What did that class that graduated last year do? What are the decisions that students who sit in these chairs before you typically make that lead them on this path? So I'm going to throw out a couple numbers. This is for crowd participation. You can expressively dance your answer if you feel it necessary. We can bring out our drum line. But just shout out if you think you know what these numbers are. 3.5, what is that? GPA. GPA winner. I like you. You're in the right place. Thank you. 25.6. ACT, excellent. Ooh, what about this one? Scholarships, yep. $4.4 million worth of scholarship dollars earned by last year's graduating seniors. So what do all these numbers have in common? And what do they have in common with the Warriors Way? I put this before you tonight because there's a couple of things that I don't want to be a big secret. What this cohort had in common was a couple of very simple things. Throughout their high school career, they had 95% attendance or better. They were involved in their entire high school career in 2 or more clubs or sports. And they successfully engaged in at least one AP class on their journey. They lived the Warriors Way. They didn't just show up. They got involved. They walked through our hallways. They took pride in their work. They looked for opportunities to demonstrate humility, to realize that the world isn't just about me, but it's what can I do to make a difference in this world? Will I actively reach out and seek out opportunities to serve our community, to serve our building, to make a difference? They functioned with respect to their peers on social media. They've done things to separate themselves, to understand what does it mean to be a warrior who functions with integrity. to follow our honor code. This group of students, which just so happened to be 150 strong, did amazing things and were rewarded for that with opportunities. And again, I will tell you openly and honestly as a principal, I don't care if you're bound for a four-year college. That's not what we're about. Our goal is to prepare every single student who sits in these seats to be in the driver's seat. That if you want to pursue a prestigious college, you have the opportunity. If you decide you want to pursue some other career aspiration, that's awesome. We want you to follow your dreams and follow your passions, but we want you to be the one who makes the choice at the end of 4 years. Don't close doors. Push yourself past your limits. Get engaged. Follow this path to success. And then regardless of what you want to do at the end of your 4 years, you're the one that gets to decide that. And we're here to do that together with you. But again, we've spoken a lot about how great our high school is, but I want to make something really clear. Our reputation is very short-lived. You watch the photos of the students who came before you, our teams who were second in the state in cross-country, our football program who does amazing things. You heard our drumline, our choirs, all amazing things. We have an outstanding reputation in the state of Wisconsin and beyond. But that's based on the students who were here before you. Starting next year, it's your turn. It's your turn to earn those numbers, to prove what you're made of, to live like a warrior and continue to make Muskego High School one of the absolute best high schools in the state of Wisconsin. Are you ready for the challenge? I'm sorry, what? Where's my fan? Where'd you go? Yes. Thank you. Yes. Be ready for the challenge because we're ready for you and we're excited to have you. And at this point, I'm going to hand it over to Mrs. Shewitt, and I am going to hide the clicker on her, so please don't tell her where this went.
Thank you, Mr. Irvine, and welcome, class of 2022. We are so excited to have you here tonight, and we're going to go over a couple of things here. We're going to go over the freshman curriculum. We're going to talk about academic options while you're here in high school, and then we're also going to talk about the registration timeline. And then when I'm done, we have some outstanding students that are going to talk a little bit about their experience here at Muskego High School. So the academic guidebook is online. Anything that you want to know about our school is in this academic guidebook. If you had a chance to pick up a green sheet at our tables, there's a code on there that you can go to. And this PowerPoint will also be uploaded tomorrow on our website. So all of the links will be embedded so that you can click on the links. So in this academic guidebook, it talks about all our graduation requirements. It talks about four-year plans, courses that are open to freshmen, as well as career cruising, which is a program that we started using that we're really excited about. If you wanted to go right to our website to find our academic guidebook, if you go to academics and then go to student services, the third one down is academic guidebook, and that is the link to every single course that we offer has a description in this book. It's like 90 pages, so it takes a little bit to download, but everything that you want to know about our school is in that book. It's a wealth of information. So what does the freshman schedule look like? We have 7 hours in our school day. So typically students take English, math, science, social studies, Phy-Ed and health, and an elective, and then another elective or a study hall. We do have an option if you want to take 3 electives, or if you want to take 2 electives in a study hall to take Phy-Ed and health over the summer. That'll open up a spot for you. You do not have to sign up for study halls. They'll be automatically placed in your schedule if you don't have a full load of classes. Our day here at Muskego High School starts at 7:25, which might sound a little bit early, but we do get out at 2:25. Again, we have 7 hours in a day, and our lunches, we have 3 lunches that are offered during fifth hour. Our lunches are for students grades 9 through 12, and the lunch that you're in is determined by the class you have fifth hour. So it is not everyone, there'll be 9 through 12th graders in all 3 lunches. So we encourage you, as you look through the academic guidebook and you look through the course selection sheet that we gave you today, we encourage you to take more than 6 credits. So this is your opportunity to really challenge yourself and learn new things and try new things. We are so lucky here at Muskego that we have a ton of electives in different areas like business, engineering, art. We encourage you to take advantage of those and try new things. Also, as far as a practical issue, When you come back in the fall, you're not going to be able to add classes on because most likely they're going to be full, but it's easier to drop a class for a study hall than it is to have a study hall and then add a class later on. And really, as Mr. Irvine said, it's an opportunity for you to push yourself and really experience rigorous coursework and challenge yourself these next 4 years. We do have a registration video that I'm not going to play because it's about 14 minutes, but it stars our very own Muskego High School students, so I would encourage you to click on that. Lots of great information in that registration video that may answer some questions that you have. We also would welcome you and encourage all of you to come to our course information night, which is January 24th. It's from 5 to 8 p.m. If you come to that, you do not have to register, just show up. You want to come as close as possible to 5 o'clock because that'll give you enough time to walk around and talk to teachers. If you leave here tonight with some specific questions in mind, you might want to jot those down because those are great opportunities to ask specific teachers, counselors, administrators next week. So if you have questions about a math course or about AP classes or about which world language is most appropriate, the 24th would be a great opportunity to talk one-on-one with teachers. And as Mr. Irvine said, this is a partnership. We don't expect you to figure it out all on your own. We are here to help you, and we really look forward to working with you. Again, there's no need to register, but we encourage you to come as close to 5 o'clock as you can to take advantage of talking to all of the staff members. We also encourage you to sign up for summer school. This would, our students will talk a little bit about this, but this is an opportunity to meet new people as well as create an opening in your schedule for next year if you want to take another elective or a study hall. As far as signing up for study hall in our summer school, in the past we had students sign up earlier. This year students are signing up for summer school the same time you're signing up for regular classes next year. As far as your registration timeline, January 3rd to February 5th is the time to register for summer school and do classes for next year. Do not panic that it is the 15th. It is not first come, first serve. Just as long as you register by February 5th, you will have what you need. And then on the August 14th is form and fees days and when you get your schedule, and we will hear about a little bit more about that from the students. August 29th is Warriors 101, which is an outstanding opportunity, especially if you're nervous about coming to a school where you may not know any people or if you're really shy. Great opportunity for you, which you'll hear more about in a minute. And September 5th is our Warriors Welcome, which is our open house. So as far as some details, if you register on February 5th, you're going to have the same opportunity for classes as someone who registers on January 3rd. However, if you don't register by February 5th, you may not get the electives that you want. So you just want to make sure that you register by February 5th. As far as course selections and the numbers that you enter, the course selection sheets that you picked up at your table, that has all the numbers on it that you will enter into the computer. Please note for full year classes, you're going to enter 2 numbers, one for each semester. And as you go through and look at your classes that you want to take next year, please consider it as your academic program, not just signing up for classes. We really want you to embark on your journey here at Muskego High School, taking rigorous classes and really challenging yourself and learning about yourself as you go along. Again, January 24th, course information night. As you have questions about some of the courses on that sheet, great opportunity to talk directly to the teachers that teach those courses. Also, at Muskego High School, we're going to work with you and your children to have an academic and career plan. This is a way to help us develop your students' understanding of themselves and coming up with a vision and a plan for a future. So every year as we go along and work with them on their academic and career plan, they get closer to their goals, and we're here to assist them with that. Also, Career Cruising is a fabulous career program that we will work with students to do career exploration as well as to document their plans out of high school. Every single student is going to have an account here that they can have all 4 years, and it's going to have a wealth of information, not only the classes, but talking about colleges, careers, interest inventories, and it's a great resource that we're really excited about using. Final reminders on when you register, you will be asked to select some alternative courses. Please make sure to check those or to pick those courses carefully. because if a course does not run, or if there is a conflict with another class in your schedule, we will go to those alternate courses. So please make sure that the courses you choose are courses that you actually would like to take. Also, please be accurate with your course numbers. Once you register per Freedom, make sure you're signing up for the classes that you intend to. There's no forms to sign in. Those sheets that you have today, those are for you to keep track of the classes. Nothing needs to be turned in, everything is online. And remember, you are selecting your academic program, not just classes. And we really look forward to working with you in a partnership the next 4 years, and really excited to get to know each and every one of you. Save the date, we talked about Warriors 101, our student panel will talk about that in a minute. And we really are excited to have you here. On behalf of Student Services, we welcome each and every one of you. You have the same counselor for all 4 years. We go by alphabet, so if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to us. And next I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Subcheck, who is going to introduce our student panel.
I know, she handed me the clicker. I'm feeling like I'm not part of their fight the clicker game. Thank you so much again for coming. I know you had an opportunity to start off in the gym tonight to hear a lot about our clubs and activities and way to get involved. Like Mr. Irvine said, you really are our future warriors, and we welcome you tonight. We have students here who really, I believe, are the experts on our school to talk about transition. 2 of them were sitting in your seats last year. We have 2 freshmen with us, as well as 2 seniors, and I couldn't be more excited and honored to introduce them to you tonight, to share a little bit about their story, some things that impacted them along their way with their transition, and we will be here after to answer some questions as well. So I'll get started with Nick.
Hi everyone, my name is Nick Benloggy and I'm a freshman here at Muskego. I'd like to welcome you all to our freshman orientation. I came from St. Leonard's, which is a very small school, where I was with the same 20-ish kids from kindergarten to 8th grade. The biggest concern about coming to high school I had was the size of the school and how I was going to find my way around and make it to all my classes on time. Let me assure you though, it can be easily done. In fact, I have plenty of time to visit with all my friends in between classes. Some of the things that help me make a smooth transition include staying organized, understanding what's important in each class, making sure that you don't fall behind by keeping up with homework and projects. Most of your homework is done online, which makes it easier for you to stay on top of everything. The one piece of advice that I give you is to get involved. I'm a member of the Future Business Leaders of America, Student Council, and the volleyball team. I really enjoy all of these activities, and they really helped me meet lots of wonderful new people. Student Council really helped me in the beginning because there were so many activities in the summer before school started, and you were able to come to school before everyone else and have experience with navigating around the school. Being in Student Council is something I would recommend to anyone nervous about meeting people coming into high school, or if you're nervous about getting around like I was. FBLA is another great way to meet people, especially if you're looking into going into a business field or just looking for stuff to do. I've been playing volleyball since 5th grade at St. Leonard's, but this year has been easily one of the best volleyball experiences I've ever had. Just because of the closeness of the team and how we all supported each other through everything. I highly recommend joining a sport, and even if you're better at sprinting to the pantry like I am, there's surely a sport for you. Warriors 101 is another wonderful resource for you to get to know the layout of the school and meet new people before the school year even starts. I attended Warriors 101 and got to meet all of my teachers as well as walk my schedule and figure out how to open the ridiculously difficult lockers. Warriors 101 helped me a lot because getting the walker schedule out the other grades lets you get a small dose of what the crowded hallways are going to be like before you're just thrown into it on the first day of school. Muskego High School offers tons of clubs and activities, and I'm sure that you'll find one that interests you. Even if you don't want to join a club, I urge you to participate in these activities because even being a fan in the stands offers a great way to meet new people. I know you're all probably at least a little nervous to start your freshman year of high school, but trust me, you're worrying for nothing. You'll adjust so fast, before you even realize it, you won't even have to think about where you're going, you'll just be doing it. Thank you so much and have a great night.
Hello everyone, my name is Kate Spurka. I'm a former Baylaner and I'm currently in the middle of my freshman year here at MHS. It's actually kind of funny because I remember watching you guys. I remember sitting in your spots last year and watching people. I remember coming in late and I was actually back there. So you guys are all doing great. So if any of you guys are like me, you're probably a mixture of both nervous and excited to come to high school. And don't worry, you have nothing to worry about with high school. It's not bad, guys. So you're probably nervous, probably because, you know, like high school's a lot more work sometimes, you're a little more nervous, you gotta start kind of fresh. But you can also be really excited because, like, you know, it's new year, like, you get to get rid of all the bad things and start over again. It's really exciting. It's awesome. Everyone else is kind of going through this with you, so you have a lot to be excited about. So my purpose here tonight really is to talk to you guys about a couple of things that I did to get ready for this year, which is my freshman year, and some advice I have for you guys. So for starters, I got involved in some sports and clubs that right off the bat really helped me with like my nerves and getting to meet new people. So I really recommend that for all of you guys. Like for example, I'm a runner, so I joined cross country, and by no means you have to be a runner for this to apply to you. Like, I know it's kind of, but anyways, there's over 50 different programs offered. I researched it just before this actually, and so there's sure to be something for all of you guys. I'm also in student council, and that's a really awesome option for any of you guys who are looking for something to do. That's certainly for, I'd say, just about anybody. It's a really awesome program here. You start out really when you get involved. I would say this is the one thing you take away. I would definitely focus on this part because you really get to meet new people, like I said before, but you also have like, although you have like a group of like friends that you can talk to in the beginning of the year, you also have gotten to know a little bit of the school area and some of the coaches and teachers that are with you throughout the year, so you get to meet them too as well if you get involved. The second point I was going to talk about was summer schools, and although some of you guys are probably sitting there thinking like, why would I ever do summer school, right? Well, that's kind of how I was before, but then I got to thinking about it, and I realized that with summer school, you kind of get like the best of both worlds, because one, like I said before, you get to spend a lot of time with your friends rather than doing like summer chores or like sitting around doing nothing, you know? And you also get to free up some time for study hall in your school year, which is really nice, especially coming into high school your first time. It gets a lot of homework out of the way sometimes, I know. Also, if any of you guys are like me though and are really busy through the summer and you don't have that option or that time like allotted for you, I guess, you could definitely look into the online summer school, which is what I did, and I still think it's super beneficial for anyone who is still like considering doing summer school because you still have a topic of conversation, I would say, to talk about to anyone when you're coming into school, which is definitely what I would say I relied on a lot when I came to school the first time. And you still open up that space for a study hall, so it's really nice. The third point I want to talk about, the last point, was a lot of people were able to go to Warrior 101, which is a really awesome opportunity I heard from a lot of people. So if you have that option, I would really recommend going to that. But I remember being my busy summer, I was gone that weekend, so I was a little bit nervous, like not knowing what to do, not having that extra like help coming into the school year. So what I did was I came in a couple days throughout the summer, and I was able to just like walk through my schedule once I got it, or I was able to just like even look through some of my look through some of the hallways and get familiar with the school and my locker. And it really helped like with all the chaos from the first day. It really helped me through the chaos of the first day when there's a lot of stuff going on and I already had so much on my mind. It's just a really nice option that I would say some of you guys could consider. So yeah, those are my 3 things. You guys are all going to be amazing. We're all excited to have you guys here. My last piece of advice I would say is just get excited because everyone's a little bit nervous, but you guys don't have to be nervous about it. It's just another first day of school. Although you're coming to high school, so that's exciting. The things no one's actually like me, like upperclassmen, like people say. They're not actually that mean. And the first 3 days, I would say, are the only days where you're really terrified at lunch. So after that. Yeah, so you guys are all going to be awesome. Don't be nervous. If you have any questions afterwards, we'll be available. So thank you.
Currently a senior here at Muskego High School. I'm involved in numerous honor societies, as well as serving as the varsity tennis team captain and Muskego FBLA president. Now, I don't want to stand up here and shower you guys with the high school cliches that you're probably hearing from grandparents and other high school alumni, even though they're all super true. I want to tell you my story about how I came to Muskego High School and what I did here. So I came from Milwaukee Montessori School, which had a graduating class of less than 20 people. So coming to this large school with 1,600 students was a little daunting, and you can probably imagine that. I was about ready to come up with like excuses of why I should be homeschooled or why I shouldn't even go to high school at all. But after spending 4 years here, I couldn't be happier with how everything played out for me. Muskego High School has extremely welcoming staff, students, and all the programs I have to offer. So I decided to pick up the tennis racket and join a fall sport. So the tennis season starts, like most fall sports, starts in early August, so before school even starts. So by the time you get to the first day of school, you already have a ton of friends, and you know what it's like to be a warrior. I hadn't really played tennis before, but the coaches are super willing to help you develop as a player, and even brought me to the state championships. So by joining the fall sport, I felt like I was part of a group, and I saw many of my teammates, both underclassmen and upperclassmen, around the school. So I also decided to join Muskego Future Business Leaders of America, which is a huge passion of mine. I highly recommend it joining, as it's an easy way to meet new people, since we have over 100 members this year. And you also have the ability to help out with cool projects like the dodgeball tournament or the pink-out football game. So my first day of school went much better than I expected, and I found that walking my schedule during the summer and trying out my locker kind of took away some of those little nerves about like, am I stuck carrying my bag around the whole day if I can't unlock my locker? And I found that reaching out and building connections with the teachers was one of the most important things that I've done to benefit me in the long run. So I was still getting used to high school, and you were able to see familiar faces in the hallways and someone to rely on if you needed help about where to go, or maybe you wanted to spend lunch in their classroom. So the teachers are all super welcoming to questions, and they've given me super important life advice about anything that comes with growing up. So I promise to avoid any of those high school cliches, but it's honestly the quickest 4 years of your life. Make every opportunity count, and don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Muskego High School has helped me achieve so much, and I'm grateful to be a warrior. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sydney Jarris, and this is my senior year here at Muskego High School. I know most of you are from Bay Lane, Lake Danoon, or other schools in the area, but raise your hand if you're coming from a different state. Anybody out there? Yeah, well, that was me my 8th grade year. As a matter of fact, at this moment 4 years ago, I had no idea my family was planning on moving me from my middle school in Nebraska all the way here to Muskego. My very first time being in this school was the first day of registration. I didn't know a soul, and I was terrified. So after I got my schedule and I got my picture taken, I started walking upstairs to go find my locker. On the way, I passed a table of student council members who were giving tours of the school. My mom saw this out of the corner of her eye and made a beeline straight towards them to ask for help, and I was like, no, don't need her help, no. But she had made up her mind. Turns out the girl who gave me the tour was a lot of help. I found out that student council planned a lot of events like homecoming and pep assembly. My mom looked at me and was like, why don't you join? At this point, I was still a little nervous and I didn't really know if it was the right thing for me, but I thought, what do I have to lose, right? So I went for it. At my first student council event, I had no idea what I was doing. I showed up and everyone was wearing these Stuco shirts that I didn't have, and I got completely lost in the school. But on that day, I made my first friend. And from that point on, every meeting I walked away knowing more and more people. Now, starting my last semester of senior year, I'm proud to say that not only am I still a member of this amazing organization, but I'm also the student council president. All in all, my biggest piece of advice for you is to get involved. High school is a time of your life to try new things, to find what you're good at, and to find what you love to do. That's what all of this is for. There is a place for everyone. All you need to do is find a little bit of courage to go for it. Believe me when I say that I know how scary trying new things can be. If you would have told me that day at registration that 4 years from now I'd be giving this speech to all of you, I would have thought you were crazy. But here I am. You don't have to be fearless to try new things. You just have to be willing to step a little bit out of your comfort zone. I I went from a shy new girl to the leader of one of the most active clubs in the entire school. If I can do that, so can you. Thank you.
All right, they rocked it. Can we give them another round of applause? Thank you guys. Thank you for sharing your stories with us and also just for the pride that you have in our high school. You really represent us well, so thank you. They will be with us afterwards for any questions as well as the counselors. One final just announcement, if you did not pick up the worksheet with your name on it from the back tables, if you could please do that. That's a worksheet, like Ms. Jewett said, for your help as you're picking classes. This does not need to be turned in anywhere. And that concludes our evening. Thank you so much for coming and have a safe drive home.